Welcome back to the Layered channel. What if your backyard could become the quietest place in your home? Japanese rock gardens offer exactly that possibility, transforming ordinary outdoor spaces into peaceful landscapes filled with simplicity, balance, and intention. In this video, we'll explore inspiring design ideas that combine natural stones, gravel, plants, water, and modern touches to create a backyard retreat that feels calm from the very first glance. Before choosing a single rock, understand the secret behind Japanese-inspired gardens. Less can often say more. Instead of filling every corner with decorations, focus on carefully selected elements that have room to breathe. This approach creates visual calm and makes even a small backyard feel more spacious, thoughtful, and connected to nature. And that simplicity can completely change how your outdoor space feels. Here's where the garden begins to develop its personality: the rocks. Choose stones with different shapes, sizes, and textures, then arrange them as though they naturally belong together. Avoid making the layout look overly symmetrical or artificial. A group of carefully positioned rocks can suggest mountains, islands, or ancient landscapes, giving your backyard a powerful focal point without needing anything flashy. Imagine replacing a traditional lawn with a smooth surface of pale gravel or fine stone. Suddenly, your backyard takes on a completely different character. Gravel provides a clean foundation while allowing rocks and plants to stand out dramatically. Raked patterns can also introduce movement, creating lines that resemble flowing water. It's simple, affordable, and surprisingly effective at making a garden feel intentional. One of the most captivating features of a Japanese rock garden is the patterned gravel. With a simple garden rake, you can create curves, waves, circles, or flowing lines around individual stones. The patterns represent movement and can visually connect separate parts of the garden. Even better, refreshing those patterns can become a relaxing ritual, turning garden maintenance into a moment of mindfulness. Want your backyard to look sophisticated without adding dozens of features? Choose one dominant focal point. It could be a dramatic boulder, an ornamental tree, a lantern, or a carefully positioned group of stones. Everything else should support that feature rather than compete with it. This creates a visual hierarchy that immediately draws attention and gives the entire garden a polished, modern appearance. Now imagine a delicate Japanese maple rising from a sea of gravel and stone. Its graceful branches and changing foliage can introduce color without destroying the garden's minimalist character. Choose a variety appropriate for your climate and available space, then give it enough room to become a natural centerpiece. The contrast between soft foliage and rugged stone creates an unforgettable combination. If rocks and gravel feel too stark, moss can soften the entire landscape. Its velvety texture introduces a sense of age, quietness, and natural beauty. Place moss around stones, beneath trees, or along shaded edges where conditions allow it to thrive. The result can make your backyard appear as though it has existed peacefully for decades, even if you created it only recently. Bamboo can instantly suggest a Japanese aesthetic, but here's the important part: restraint matters. Instead of covering the entire garden with bamboo, use it as a screen, border, or vertical accent. Its tall stems create movement and privacy while adding height to an otherwise low landscape. For easier maintenance, consider clumping varieties suited to your climate rather than aggressive spreading types. Here's an idea that can make a compact garden feel dramatically larger. Design a dry stream. Use differently sized stones to form a winding channel, then fill the spaces with gravel that resembles river water. Curving the stream behind plants or stones can create mystery and encourage the eye to explore. You don't need actual water to capture the visual rhythm of a peaceful river. A path does more than help people move through the garden. It can control the pace at which the landscape is experienced. Use irregular stepping stones and position them with comfortable spacing, allowing visitors to slow down naturally. Rather than creating a perfectly straight route, let the path gently change direction. That subtle movement can make even a small backyard feel like a miniature journey. A peaceful garden needs a peaceful backdrop. If neighboring buildings, fences, or busy streets dominate your view, use natural screening to create separation. Bamboo, timber fencing, evergreen shrubs, or layered planting can form a quiet visual boundary. The goal isn't simply to hide everything outside your yard, but to make the garden feel like its own private world where attention can finally settle. For homeowners who prefer contemporary design, Japanese inspiration can be surprisingly modern. Combine charcoal-colored gravel, dark timber, smooth concrete, and sculptural rocks for a dramatic minimalist composition. Keep the color palette restrained so textures become the stars. This approach works especially well beside modern architecture because the clean lines of the house can transition naturally into the simple geometry of the garden. On the opposite side, pale gravel and warm natural stones can make a backyard feel bright, airy, and open. Light surfaces reflect sunlight beautifully and provide a strong contrast against green foliage. If your yard feels cramped or shadowy, this approach can visually expand the space. Add a few darker rocks as anchors, and suddenly the entire composition gains depth without becoming complicated. You don't need a huge backyard to create a Japanese-inspired retreat. Even a small corner beside a patio can become a dedicated meditation space. Place a few stones, a compact tree or shrub, some gravel, and perhaps one simple lantern. Keep the composition intentionally sparse. The smaller the space, the more important each element becomes, so choose every piece with purpose. Although dry gardens are iconic, water can introduce another layer of tranquility. Consider a small basin, narrow pond, or understated bubbling feature. The sound of moving water can mask traffic and neighborhood noise while creating a natural focal point. Keep the design restrained rather than turning it into a complicated fountain. A quiet trickle can be far more peaceful than an elaborate installation. Here's a detail that can transform an ordinary corner into something memorable: a stone water basin inspired by traditional Japanese garden design. It can serve as a symbolic connection to simplicity, cleanliness, and contemplation. Even when used decoratively rather than ceremonially, its low profile and natural texture work beautifully beside rocks, gravel, moss, and carefully pruned greenery. A garden becomes visually interesting when your eyes can discover different textures. Think rough stone beside smooth gravel, delicate moss beside structured timber, and soft leaves beside weathered surfaces. You don't need bright colors to create variety. Texture can provide the drama. Walk through your proposed design and imagine how each material will look from different angles throughout the day. Perfect symmetry might seem organized, but Japanese-inspired landscapes often gain their charm from asymmetry. Place larger stones slightly off-center, vary plant heights, and avoid repeating identical elements in predictable patterns. This creates a sense that the landscape evolved naturally. The trick is to make the arrangement feel effortless, even though every placement was carefully considered. Here's a surprising secret: adding more plants doesn't necessarily make a garden more beautiful. Instead, choose a small selection of plants that complement the rocks and architecture. Ferns, ornamental grasses, mosses, evergreen shrubs, and suitable trees can provide enough variation without creating visual clutter. Allow empty spaces to remain visible, because those quiet areas are an essential part of the overall composition. A flat garden can sometimes feel unfinished, especially when everything sits at ground level. Introduce subtle layers by combining low moss, medium shrubs, and one or two taller trees or bamboo screens. Rocks can reinforce those height changes naturally. This layered structure gives the eye somewhere to travel and makes the backyard feel deeper, even when the available space is limited. Don't let your garden disappear after sunset. Carefully positioned outdoor lighting can reveal textures that aren't obvious during daylight. Use warm, low-level illumination around pathways, trees, rocks, or water features rather than flooding the entire yard with brightness. Shadows are part of the design too. A softly lit stone emerging from darkness can create an atmosphere that feels almost cinematic. A beautiful garden should also fit your lifestyle. Gravel areas generally require less mowing than lawns, while carefully selected plants can reduce pruning and watering demands. Choose materials and species suited to your local climate, drainage, and sunlight. The goal isn't to eliminate maintenance completely, but to create a landscape where routine care feels manageable rather than becoming another household chore. One reason Japanese-inspired gardens feel timeless is that they often embrace weathering rather than fighting it. Stones can develop natural character, timber can become beautifully aged, and moss can gradually spread into suitable areas. Resist the urge to make everything look brand new forever. Sometimes a little weathering gives the landscape authenticity and makes it feel more connected to its surroundings. The most successful backyard designs don't feel disconnected from the house. Repeat architectural materials, colors, or shapes from your home within the garden. A modern house might pair beautifully with dark gravel and geometric stepping stones, while a traditional home could complement warmer timber and irregular natural rocks. When the architecture and landscape speak the same visual language, the entire property feels more cohesive. A garden can become even more captivating when you think beyond one perfect photograph. Consider how foliage, flowers, shadows, and textures will change throughout the year. Evergreen plants can maintain structure, while deciduous trees provide seasonal transformation. Rocks and gravel remain constant while nature changes around them, creating a landscape that feels different every few months without requiring a complete redesign. Now imagine how you actually want to use this garden. Perhaps you'll drink morning tea beside the stones, read beneath a tree, practice meditation, or simply sit outside after a long day. Designing around these small rituals makes the garden more meaningful. It stops being merely a decorative project and becomes a personal sanctuary designed around the moments that help you slow down. If there is one lesson to remember, it's this: don't chase perfection. A Japanese-inspired garden is not about making every stone identical, every plant perfectly symmetrical, or every surface completely polished. It's about balancing solid and soft, empty and full, light and shadow, permanence and change. Once you understand that principle, you can create a garden that feels peaceful rather than simply looking beautiful. And there you have it, simple Japanese rock garden ideas that can transform an ordinary backyard into a peaceful retreat. From sculptural stones and raked gravel to moss, bamboo, water, pathways, and subtle lighting, every element can serve a purpose. So before adding anything, pause and imagine the feeling you want to create. Sometimes the most beautiful backyard isn't the one with the most features, it's the one that finally gives you space to breathe.